Good day, class. I am Joseph K. M. Simborio and I will be your teacher for today. Before we start with our lesson, let's play a short game. I will show you a picture and I want you to look closely and try to guess what our topic is for today. Now, what do you see in this picture?
A carabao with a bird on its back.
Very good. The bird is called a heron. Let's think, how does the heron benefit from the carabao and how does the carabao benefit from the heron?
The heron eats the ticks, which is its food. The carabao gets rid of the ticks.
Correct. Both of them help each other. This is just one example of a long-term relationship known as symbiosis. What do you know about symbiosis? Symbiosis is any relationship that involves two or more species of different kinds living and interacting together. It means that symbiosis is when different species live and interact together, helping, benefiting, or sometimes harming each other. So based on this little game, what do you think our lesson is for today?
Beneficial and harmful relationships.
That's right. Our lesson for today is beneficial and harmful interactions among living things. Learning objectives. Before we continue with our activities, let us first know what we should be able to learn today. At the end of this lesson, you will be able to describe how organisms interact with each other in the environment. Identify the beneficial and harmful interactions among living things. Now, let's move on to our activity. I will be dividing you into 3 groups based on the organism we will observe. Group 1, butterfly and gumamela. Group 2, orchid and tree. Group 3, caterpillar and leaf. Each group will watch a short video about how this organism interact. Here are your instructions. Watch the video closely. In your group, discuss the interaction you see. Complete the table by writing how they interact, the effect of the interaction to the organism. You will be given 10 minutes for this activity. After that, I will say time's up and we will share your answers together.
Group 1. Group 2. Group 3.
Time's up. Let's now share your answer. Group 1, let's start with you. Then Group 2 and finally Group 3. Very good. That is how each pair of organisms interact with each other. Let's reflect on what we learned by answering this question. What do you call the organism that benefits from the interaction with another organism?
It is the one that gets food, shelter, or help.
From the activity, which organisms have beneficial relationships, which have harmful ones, and why?
Beneficial, the butterfly and flower, because both help each other. Orchid and tree, because the orchid gets a place to live and the tree is not harmed. Harmful, caterpillar and leaf, because the leaf is eaten.
For you, which is the best relationship and why?
The butterfly and the flower, because both benefit. The carabao and the heron, because both are helped and no one is harmed.
Great job, class! Today, we discovered that sometimes both living things are helped. Sometimes only one is helped and the other is not affected. And sometimes one is helped but the other is harmed. In our next part, we will learn the exact names of these types of relationship. Thank you for watching and learning with me.
I'm going to share with you about the interactions of living things in our environment. So, in our environment, plants and animals live together, and sometimes they help each other, but sometimes one can be harmed. And these relationships are called interactions. So, here we will learn about the mutualism, commensalism, parasitism, predations, and competitions. So let's find out how these work. Mutualism is a kind of symbiosis in which both organisms benefit from interactions. A sea anemone living on a shell of a hermit crab is an example of a mutualism. So when the hermit crab moves around, it carries the sea anemone with it. So this increases the area in which the anemone can feed. So in here, they are both happy. Both the crab and the anemone are happy. Both organisms are happy. It's because the crab gives the sea anemone a ride, and while the anemone protects the crab from other enemies or other creatures. Commensalism. Commensalism is a kind of symbiotic interactions in which one organism is helped and the other one is neither helped nor harmed. So an orchid living in a tree is an example of commensalism. Now, in here, one is happy and one is okay. Why? Because the orchid or the orchid plant uses the tree to live high up, while the tree it doesn't care or it's not harmed or helped by the orchid plant. The parasitism. So the in here one organism benefits, which is the parasites, while the other is harms, which is the host. So for example, the tick on a dog, the parasite in here is the tick, and the host is a dog. So ticks gets nutrients from bloods, dogs becomes weak. So in here, one is happy and one is hurt because one organism benefits but the other is harmed. So one that gets benefits in here is the tick, and the other that's harmed is the dog. Why? Because the tick sucks the bloods to get the foods, while the dogs gets weak in its sheep. Predations. One organism eats another. So in here, predators kills and eats prey organisms that is eaten. So, for example, is snake eat chicks, eagle eats monkeys, shark eats small fish. So, in here, one eats the other, and one animal kills and eats another. So, for example, a snake eating chicks. The snake in here is the predator or the eater, and the chicks in here is the prey or the one that has eaten. So in the competitions, we have organisms to complete 4. So in here, we have the nutrients, water, sunlight, soil, food, space, plants and animals, both complete. So in here, they fight over things. Organisms fight for water, food, water, sunlight, or space. So for example, in here is the plants is competing for sunlights, and while the animals fighting for food. Like for examples, the plants is they fighting for the areas or space that they was planted, and while the animals then in here is they fighting for their food to eat. Like for example, they chase chicks for they to eat. In overall, living things interact in different ways. Some interactions are good for both, like mutualism. Some are good for one, but can affect the other, like commensalism. So, and others can be harmful, like parasitism, predations, and competitions. These interactions show us that all living things are connected in our nature.
Hello class, I'm back. I am teacher Gisette. And now let's move on to the next part of our lesson, which is the elaborate. Now that we have learned about the different types of interactions among organisms, let's us deepen our understanding. For your activity, you will do the following. Research on various examples of beneficial and harmful interactions of organisms in different types of ecosystems. You will then design a poster that explains one kind of interaction. Be creative and make it colorful so it can clearly show your idea. After that, create a diagram to show feeding relationships, such as food chain or food web. In a freshwater pond or a grassland ecosystem, you will choose only one ecosystem. This activity will help you see how organisms are connected and how they depend on each other for survival. For evaluate. To check your understanding, let's do a short task. You will complete a table that shows different examples of interactions among organisms. You may include examples from the ecosystem you studied. For example, fruit, bat, and seeds of a tree. This is mutualism because the fruit bat gets food and the tree benefits when its seeds are dispersed. Now, I will give you more pairs of organisms and you will write the type of interactions and the effect on each organisms. This will test how well you understood the lessons about mutualism, commensalism, parasitism, predation, competition, and the cooperation. Remember, some interactions are beneficial while others are harmful. That it's for our elaborate and evaluate part. I hope you enjoy and learn how organisms and ecosystems are connected. For your assignment, please finish the table and the poster or diagram. We will share your outputs in our next meeting. Good luck, class!